I'm sorry, Kate. That is so scary. Why is it saying I'm stuck immediately? I'm not. I'm just sad. There's a difference. I love level design. Level design is my passion. Hey, welcome back to the channel. I am Brant, and today we are playing Viewfinder. We're at the last hub. I don't know if there's anything beyond that because it's the last one. So last time we went through Mirren's hub, we heard a lot of her wonderful, lovely accent.
It's a plaster on an open wound. I need to brainstorm further. Kate, can you note this annotation? I'm going to try something different. Actually, wait, let's get a photo instead.
She was very excited about this violet infection, which seemed to be a material that she could build buildings out of that would be self-sufficient, like energy-wise. But there were some like small details about this Project Rise, which I think was the violet infection stuff, that there was like nitrogen emissions that were causing a problem. So she needed to do stuff to... She was like, oh, well, the violet infection would be great, but we also need the weather disruptor to like offset this and to solve this problem. And so it was like, it was a multi-pronged solution to the climate crisis. But what was important for us is that anything covered in the violet does not show up in the photographs. That caused some really interesting complications with the puzzle solving process. This new hub seems like it's going to be a bit smaller in scope, but I expect we will probably have quite a bit more lore because I don't think there are any optional challenges in this last hub. The only other thought I have before we get into it is that I ended off the last video thinking that this is hurtling towards a really depressing ending, but I thought of two possible angles that can make it slightly less depressing. You know, the whole game seems to be about trying to get you to think in a certain way, while our character went into this simulation to find the weather disruptor as a solution to the climate crisis problem happening outside of the simulation. It could very well be that this style of thinking, this style of critical thinking, may on its own be the solution to the climate crisis, or could lead to the solution. So we're not walking away empty-handed. We have this really valuable thing that we got from exploring the simulation. The other thing is this last hub, Kate makes some mention about it being the memories of Kate's colleagues and the memories of the researchers and the work that they did. And I wonder if this last hub is going to kind of be a celebration of these researchers and their collaborative effort. And through that, we will find a valuable sense of humanity, and it will remind us what we're fighting for with this climate crisis issue. And maybe that will spur us along and motivate us to keep fighting through and find some other solution. Maybe. We'll see.
Great, we're in.
I accidentally started a new game. Okay, here we are.
This is the final piece of their work. What remains? It may be falling apart, but it's home to their memories and to me.
We gotta find a way to save Kate. We need to get Kate out of this simulation and into the real world. Kate has wanted so desperately to see the red world, and I don't want to abandon this little guy here. That would make me so sad. It would put tears in my eyes like that time last time. I guess let's just jump straight into it. I feel like I should get an achievement for how many times I have pet Kate. Teleport to next level. Or maybe I get the good ending because I showed Kate a lot of compassion. Wow. What do we have here? Hopefully some answers. Biofiltration schematics for a heron. Don't be afraid to rip these designs apart, mate. All right, so we have a teleporter inside of this cage, this violet cage. So we cannot photograph anything inside. We perhaps may not even be able... We might not even be able to photograph the teleporter because it's covered in violet flowers. And we also cannot walk in, of course. Oh, a book. A book. Prototype number 17. Countless designs, countless attempts at a biofiltration system we can replicate in our world to make real and lasting change. We're getting closer to solving the crux of the problem. How exciting! Xi Liang and I will meet until we have planters that can be engineered in the outside world with cost-effective materials on a large scale. Mirren's violet architecture might not be the key, but we were able to learn a lot from her experiments. In this way, they weren't a waste of time or resources, though I doubt Haraya is willing to agree. I prepared my designs for today's building session. I think next time I'll brew a fresh pot of tea for us both. As much as Xi Liang claims to prefer his coffee, the man never turns a cup down. So we're kind of getting into the collaborative spirit here. Except for Haraya, who seems to be a little bit more resistant. Hey. The big ladder. Okay. Whoa. All right, we have a stationary camera over there with this ring around it. I don't know what that's all about. We have a stationary camera over here as well. All right, so I can use this stationary camera to cut through something. Right. I, of course, cannot cut through this because it is violet material. But I can cut through this. Should I need to? Hey, Kate, how'd you get over there? So adventurous. Cut through this. 5 photos. Ah. Jeez. Okay, we have a selfie timer, a countdown timer. I have to see this. Whoa. Fascinating. Kate, is this what I look like to you? Where are you at? Kate, do I look like this to you? I look so scary. I want to try and project myself into the cage. Whoa, it does work. I just was not far enough over. This is like the exact opposite of Mirren's puzzle, like Mirren's cage puzzle, where the whole group was gathered around. And I think it was Xi Liang who kept recommending that you turn into a pencil or something and you use that to get through the gate. That's basically what you're doing here, in a manner speaking. Okay, I'm gonna jump. Damn it, I was a little late. Yeah, hold on. Oh, I was a little early, but it did seem to take the photo slightly early, because I am definitely catching some airtime. Oh, we have notes here. I totally overlooked them. Biofiltration design feedback for Xi Liang. You gave me permission to be tough with my criticism. I was. Oh, snap. This is a bit of a fascinating mechanic. You can kind of just project yourself wherever you want to be. All right, right in here. Probably should have placed that a little bit better. Right here. Okay. Coming through. Hey, Jesse, we've got a lot to talk about.
Hello? Hello? Are you there?
It's me.
I can barely hear you.
Okay.
Where are you? You're completely out of my field now.
Oh, cool.
Did the machine just fall apart?
What?
How could that happen? Was it the system? This is bad. This.
Oh,
means
that machine.
that there's nothing here for us. Did we just waste all of this time?
No.
I don't know. You need to find a way out. I can't seem to locate you.
Jesse, if it were that serious, just pry open the machine. It's like my character has a VR headset on. Whoa. My cam freaks out when I do this. What the hell? Why does my camera just totally freak out the white balance when I do this? That doesn't make any sense. Is there like a face recognition kind of thing going and this breaks it, I guess? I don't know. That's fascinating. Anyway, so it's like my character is sitting there with a VR headset on like this. And he's going, I can't get out. I can't get out. And then Jesse's like, oh no, I'm sorry. I guess you're trapped in there forever. Jesse, just take it off my head. I mean, I know it's a little bit different in the game. It's a volume. It's a space. I was thinking about it the other day, and I realized that I don't think my protagonist has had any lines of dialogue in this game. And I'm not sure my protagonist even has a name. That could be because they're withholding it so that as a reveal, to reveal that I am Leong. If that, like, clone development is even real, it might just be all in my head. Because I'm just trying to figure out why there's C and why there's A. And it bounces back and forth, seemingly at random. Anyway, yeah, she seemed really upset, but she doesn't have to be. Because, like I said, we have the power of friendship and humanity and critical thinking and creative problem solving. And those will all be extremely valuable assets. Also, I made a friend in here. And that friend's name is Kate. So we're good. We are good.
I find these variables to be rather distinct.
Don't hurt yourself. You
What?
can just say it's ugly. I don't mind. In fact, I would appreciate the honest feedback. Here are you, dear. Out with it.
Okay, it's hideous.
There you go.
I'm so sorry. It's the ugliest thing I've ever laid my eyes upon. Was that too harsh?
Just a bit.
Guys, we're not worried about aesthetics. We're worried about saving the planet. I don't know how many times I had to tell you this. I don't care if it looks ugly. Although, if you're talking about the color palette of this hub, it is quite harsh to the eyes. But that's okay. I can live with that.
How long are you going to wait this out? Just talk to her. I can cut through the tension with a knife at this point.
It's not so simple. She refuses to meet me halfway.
Do not pretend you're halfway. Doesn't entail crossing an ocean to reach you standing on a shoreline.
How poetic. I'll deal with it. All right?
All right.
I honestly don't even mind listening to her when she's angry. It seems like Mirren and Haraya really had a coming to blows sort of moment. Oh, fascinating. Bark code. Well, this is a creative interpretation of a barcode. Huh. That's cool. I like that a lot. Ah! Bonked my head on it. On some floating debris. Okay, we have a timer. Camera. Right? Okay. Yeah, I know how to do this. Hi! Alright. I'll take that. Do another one. Now we're good. And you know what? I'll take another just in case. But I don't think I'll need it. Cool. Because really I just need 2. All right, I'm going to project myself inside the cage. Make sure to not overwrite the lever. Yoink. Pull the lever.
No, your creativity is a wonder to witness.
Thanks. I always say that about myself. Now, hold on. I have to know. I have to know. Oh, okay. So my perspective is not upside down. I was wondering if they're gonna like flip myself over, or fall down onto my head, or how they were gonna handle that. I don't know, but no, they just spun me in right side up. That's probably the reasonable way to handle that. Otherwise, people are probably gonna get motion sick or something. I maybe could have made that if I had rotated it 180 degrees or something. Anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. A lot of cages. What is this? An ice detention facility, am I right, guys? I like to keep my playthroughs a little light. Okay, pick up drawing. Escher. Love that. Log. I always like listening to the logs. Okay, guys, let's hear it. This final hub, there's no more dancing around the conversation. We got to get to it.
Beauty and efficiency, I see.
You did say I was wise.
I'd say your wisdom is on vivid display with this one.
So you do like it.
I think Hiraya is going to be very excited.
Guys, I said we got to be direct, and we have to be straightforward and stop dancing around the conversation. That is not what is happening here. Okay, we have 2 cages. One holds a battery. This one has a hole in it. Okay. Oh, so maybe I could project myself in, hold on to that, and drop it through. That would make sense. And then we have a cage over here. Neither of these have violet bottoms either. So we might be carving through the bottom. And then we have a single battery platform and the teleporter. And then we have a self-timer camera. Okay, 6. Okay, let's go ahead and project this. See what's going on here. Ooh. Okay. Ah, finally. Okay. I am an expert at platforming. I've said this before. And the music is changing. What the hell? Whoa. Okay. Cool. What? Viewfinder prototype, not final art. This looks like Hyper Demon. This looks like the final boss in Hyper Demon. What the hell? That's great. Ooh, and we have this is data moshing, basically, or like glitch art, pixel glitching kind of stuff. Yeah, interesting. So this is sort of a museum exhibit, a Viewfinder museum. I love that. Oh, look at all these errors. Yeah, that's how you know you're programming for real. Not final art, you don't say. 12 frames per second. Yeah, you gotta optimize that, bud. You gotta optimize that. I love this. Okay, there's the model in Blender. Yeah. Viewport screenshot. Very nice. I kind of wish I had flattened this out a little bit. That'd be nice. Okay. Palm trees, yeah. And then a maze of sorts. I love level design. Level design is my passion. This is so funny. Shout out to the devs for showing us some of this stuff off. I'm sure they're really happy that there's a place to put it. Just because sometimes over time you probably get a lot of funny little stories and examples of things breaking in weird ways. And you're like, oh man, I would just like people to see this. But without thinking that it's the game proper. The hell is this? They made a cube with some UV issues, I'm guessing. There's like stretched UVs along the edge. I have no idea what I'm looking at here. Whatever it is, it's wrong. It kind of looks like a top-down map of an island or something like that. Right, you have these fjords or whatever. But you can see the cursor is right there. So it is from a character perspective looking at something. This could be some sort of like material overhang. Right, some sort of architectural structure. At which point maybe these are clouds if you're looking up at something. I don't know. Very strange. Although this is sort of a telltale sign. There is... I wish I knew what did it. There is like a classic visual glitch that happens sometimes where, let's say you step out of bounds of something, you might just get this really trippy, like repeating pattern, tessellated, almost like if you point a camera at a display showing the camera's perspective, you get the kind of hall of mirrors kind of thing going on. That's what this is evocative of. So I wonder if this is some visual bug that is doing that kind of, running into that kind of issue. Okay. Cool. Infinite grid. I feel like what I described here sometimes looks like this as well. But I might just be making that up. I don't know. Oh, okay. I love that. I'm assuming this is level design before they made the textures for everything. I love that it looks like they built everything with a holodeck texture. I mean, I think the holodeck actually has orange stripes rather than gray. But I do really like that it kind of looks like a holodeck. What is this? So there was interesting. So eventually they made it so that the counter is seen diegetically on the camera itself. When you raise up the camera, it tells you how many photos you have remaining. Whereas here in an early version, it looks like it was just a persistent UI element on screen that said, this is how many photos you have left. That's a good change. What is this? Oh, this looks nice. Pink and blue aesthetic. A really rigid, blocky architectural style with round accents. Okay, this must be a stress test of some sort. They're saying, okay, we're gonna spawn into stuck. No, I'm not stuck. I'm appreciating your work. They must have spawned into a flat plane with 500 tea kettles. And they said, okay, we need to stress test this. We need to see if we can take a photo of a bunch of objects all at once and project them into the plane and have everything still work. So that's what this feels like to me. Huh. Whoa. Interesting. I don't know what I'm looking at there. I mean, obviously it's a tree and some sort of artifacting happening. This feels very early aughts sci-fi kind of visual language happening. A little bit Donnie Darko-esque in my mind. Or maybe Stargate. Yeah. Getting a little bit of a Stargate kind of feel. What is this? This looks like an environment with prisms. Like a transparent material. That seems like it would be disorienting. What is this? This is kind of like a glitch art mixed with ink drops. Like macro photography of ink drops and the way that it swirls out. Huh. I'm also noticing that inside of this structure, if you look at the corner of the screen, right there-ish, you can see that there's chromatic aberration. So that's separation between RG and B. In this case, it looks like the blue layer is separated quite a bit. And the closer I move that to the center of frame, the less separation there is. Interesting. What do we have here? Oh, yeah, this is the good stuff. Sheesh. So at this point, they're starting to get assets in, but this is like a material view or something like that. This is not with all of the nice lighting baked in and everything like that, which is why the trees look so strange. They look super saturated and crispy. It's starting to come together. Kate, oh wow. Kate's a real blob in this one. Kate's all loafed up, but is also a chameleon. Kate has become an octopus cat. I must say, this version of Kate, far less cute. No offense to whoever modeled this or textured this, but the changes were good. What's down here? What? Oh, this is so big. Oh, I guess that makes sense. As we're getting further, it's getting larger and larger. This is cavernous. Goodness. Surely there must be some payoff to this. I don't want to just rewind straight to the beginning. That sound is unnerving. It's deteriorating back here. Oh. I'm walking over nothing. love the brass stabs. This song is kind of a bop, low key. Okay, I guess I just have to rewind. Time for me to lock in. Fond memories. Okay, cool. And I'll leave this projected. Yeah, I suspected it might deteriorate in the way that it does here, all the way back there. Okay, so I can take photos of myself here with the timer. I should probably stand right about here on this sand patch. How do I do this? Well, I will take one photo to get into here. I can drop that through. I will need another photo to get out. Then, so that's two photos. Then I will have to hold the battery and take another photo. So I can't do them all in one stretch. So then I'll have a photo of myself with the battery, and I can project into here with both. So 3 photos, but only 2 in the first stage. That's me. Haha. I'm looking the other way in this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. About 5 blocks. So if I want to be here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-ish. Here or so. Hey, and I actually did project in looking the opposite way. Nice. There you go. Okay. Why, yes, I could just set it down, but I want to hold it. Okay. I think this should be fine. Hey, and I didn't even have to press hold or anything. I am just holding it by default. Whoa, okay. Okay, interesting. So there is violet material underneath. I literally could not get out. Okay. So there is violet material underneath. I couldn't dig my way up or anything like that. But that's okay because I figured it out anyway. Teleport. All right, we have a teleporter over there. No batteries or anything like that. I think we just have to get over there. We have a camera with a timer, 5 photos, quite a few. Certainly more than we need. When I first saw that, I thought it was a ring light of some sort. I just couldn't figure out which direction it shot in, and it ended up not being one. Metabolic flux analysis observations for Mirren. Finalized design. Aaron and Leung are geniuses. I told myself to stop using these journals just for data and number crunching, so here goes. Here, I will write a small update on the state of things. It's a good one, future Hariah. As you read this now, I hope you're recalling how it felt to write it. Okay. So Hariah, this is Hariah writing, and she sounds a bit more optimistic. Metabolic flux analysis of bio-coded specimen makes for fascinating research. The system we built here is highly adaptive and incredibly smart. I never imagined how meticulous our replication processes would turn out to be. And yet, the detail at the cellular level is astounding. Every time I clip a new leaf or petal or frond for Mirren to examine, I feel as though we're one step closer to attacking the drought head on. The idea to elevate the pollutant degradation system was a stroke of genius from Aaron, and Sealiang's ability to get everything running efficiently, it finally feels as though our success are the result of a team effort. The future is looking bright, and I'm having a lot of fun these days. Oh yeah, things sounded like they were really falling apart and deteriorating, but people seem to be hitting their stride in this hub. Interesting that it is so broken, despite the researchers not being broken. There's a bit of contrast to that. Anything like here? I'm assuming there are no collectibles in this hub. I have not seen any. Maybe there are and I just have not been observant. They're all looking in the wrong direction. I don't know how to. I have to figure out how to show them that. The proof will be in the pudding. Huh. Mirren? That's Mirren's cup. Oh. That's sad. So it seems like everyone else is really hitting it off. They're just really on their A game. And Mirren is over here thinking, oh man, they think they have figured it out and they have not figured it out. And I don't know how to tell them. Or something like that.
Again, she's just not seeing the big picture. Biofiltration is just a plaster, a solution requiring the many to assist. Whereas my solution only requires the diligence of a singular person. Why not strive for perfection? Why push towards a community that might not even follow through when you can take the fate of the global climate in your own hands? I've already shown Aliong the prototype. If I can just get it to run, maybe Haraya will finally see where I'm coming from. Maybe we can finally put our focus on the right path forward.
Well, Mirren, if you put everything in the hands of one person, and then that person chooses to not solve the problem, let's say in a Frodo, in the core of whatever the volcano was, that might result in a worse outcome than a sort of diversified solution that requires a lot of people to collaborate at the same time. You know what I mean? Like, pursue both. I don't understand why we wouldn't just pursue both. Yeah, if you have a solution that one person can single-handedly save the planet, then that's great. But if you have a solution that a bunch of communities can contribute to on their own, then that's also great. This Mirren's solution, in the way that she's talking about it right there, has small shades of power corrupts absolutely kind of vibes. Or if you put all of the power into one person's hands, something's gonna end up not being right. Interesting. We have a vertical aspect ratio on this. I could run and jump, I guess, if there's enough time. Oh my god, I'm such a gamer. Look at that, perfectly framed in the center. Now don't tell me there's any like coyote time, you know, game dev saying like, well, close enough, so we just put him in the center of frame because that'll make him feel good. That'll make him feel like he actually accomplished something. No. No. I did that. I did that. No. Okay.
You are doing really, really well.
Thanks, Kate. You're doing great too, bud. Although you're not moving, but the platform you're on is moving. That's a cool trick. How are you doing that?
Everything is a constant force, building pressure. And now it's falling apart. Oh, Mirren, what are we doing?
I'm getting real hot and cold with Haraya. Sometimes she's on top of the world, and sometimes the world is falling apart with her. I think they're all kind of like that to some degree. Whoa. This looks like part of a board cube or something. Okay. Ah, I see. Aha, and you thought gamers never looked up.
Must be flipped?
Oh, you gamers never look up, Kate. Joke's on you. I looked up pretty early on. So we have a gate up here. We have a violet material, so we can't take photos of any of this, but we will likely need it to project ourselves up one way or another. We have a camera with a timer. So I can take a photo of myself here, but I think... Oh. Huh. Okay. So that's quite a lot of distance. Certainly a lot more distance than I can cover in the 3 steps it takes for me to get here. So I think what maybe I will have to do... Well, my initial thought is take a photo. I'm right here. Then start a photo, project myself into here, stand over there, and then there will be... Ah, okay. Yeah. So I had most of it figured out. I need to take 2 photos of me right here. That way, when I start this photo and project myself onto the other side, then I can be over here when it goes off, but I'll need to get back over to grab that photo. So that will spit out a photo, but I will already have another one of me right here. And that'll be just enough for me to pop back over the gate, and then I can grab that one, and then that should be enough for me to at least jump and project up there. All right. We're just doing some classic puzzling. And you notice how this timer is a little bit slower because that is a tricky thing to ask people to do. You know, unless they're like me and they are just absolutely on their A game. Okay. Ta-da. And back over. Okay. And just to get a little extra height, we're going to do this. Nice. Hell yeah. I liked that puzzle. That was cool. Part of me does want to get up to over there. But another time, perhaps.
You can continue to go further, but only more ruin awaits. This place, it's old now, falling apart. Data, left alone for too long, corrupts.
True.
Please, be mindful.
Yeah, data does tend to fall apart over time. Don't worry, Kate. I am a gossipy bitch. I want to know everything that happened here. I need to have stories to tell Jessie when I get back, you know? By the way, what do you make of that? And Jessie seemed like she was really freaking out on that phone call. I'm still suspicious of Jessie. I don't know what or how. It's the enthusiasm. Still do... What? Why is my camera shaking like this? It's kind of freaking me out a little bit. It's like bursting at the seams. It's got 5 photos in it. Okay. Maybe just as I get further, stuff will freak out more and more. I'm hearing maybe a buzz in the background, or bit crushing, or something like that. All right, we have a teleporter that is upside down. I would imagine it's simple enough. Take a photo, flip it upside down, we're good, right? Where's the complication? Where's the complication, Kate? There's got to be something. What are you hiding from me?
Hiraya left. I knew this was inevitable, but it fills me with such deep sadness. I keep this record of my feelings here, rather than hidden, because I don't want to forget. We came here to challenge wonders, but now we are left with a million pieces that don't seem to fit together. Perhaps our time would be better used out there in the world. Hiraya must have felt that way too.
Yeah. I mean, spending time in the real world is sometimes good, so I've been told. Why did they give me 5 photos for this? Ah!
You've destroyed it. Something must be wrong with the camera. This is dangerous.
That is so cool. So that's what we were seeing in the museum. Hey, sorry about that. Wow. A lot of, yeah, pixel blending, data moshing kind of stuff. I gotta know. Okay. Don't worry, Kate. I'm gonna fix all of this. See? Good as new. If anything, it's kind of an improvement because, Kate, I don't know if you realize this, the teleporter was upside down. I'm sorry, Kate. That is so scary. Kate, are you still here somewhere? Okay, I take it back. Okay, you're still good. You didn't feel that, did you, Kate? I just had to know. Oh. A Donkey Kong Country railroad level. Nice. Can I find all the letters? All right, we have a teleporter here. We need 1 battery. We have 5 photos. I'm guessing it's probably more than we need.
So what if the weather disruptor didn't work? This can't be the end of everything we've worked for. All the research, all the memories. We need to keep pushing forward. Hiraya gave up too easily, but I won't. I refuse to leave this place until I know the answer. Until I save everything.
Okay, but just remember, Mirren, collaboration. Two brains are better than one, usually. You know, don't put all of this on your shoulders. Okay, I think I see what needs to happen here. I think we need to do some sort of, like, you've got like a wooden plank, and you need to walk out to the edge of the plank, take the wood out from behind you, swivel around, put it in front of you, walk across it, and then kind of keep doing that. So I will take this photo, it'll delete this bridge, I'll project it over there, I'll walk down it, and then turn around, take the photo, project it over there, and just keep doing that back and forth until we're good. I'll stand on this rug. Bye. Not missing any notes or anything. Oh. See you later. Like nothing ever happened.
This place, you've changed it. It will never be the same.
Yeah, are you okay with that?
That's meaningful, too.
Could be. Here's the scary but beautiful thing about meaning and significance, Kate. It is self-attributed. There is only meaning in what you provide meaning into. If you want to see my changing of this place as meaningful, then that has merit and is valuable. That is credible and true. If you don't, then it doesn't. And that's okay too. But like, are you okay with me being here doing this? You've literally said that this is your home, and I don't want to destroy your home. But also, I do need to have an escape, and I need a way to exit this simulation. And this might be one of those situations where you can only exit the simulation once you've completed it, at which point, you know, I kind of had to do this. Oh, one battery is already on. Just a little sideways.
Hey, I can't tell if you answered or not, so I'm just going to wing it.
I did.
You're completely out of my range. I can't find you.
I know.
But your vitals are still fine. Like you're in a deep sleep.
Great. Didn't expect otherwise.
New game plan. You're going to need to break the system somehow. There has to be access to a failsafe. A way out. Use it, even if it destroys the place. It might be your only chance to leave. Get back here safe, all right?
Destroy this place?
Not my idea.
A void where something once was? Is that the only answer?
Probably not. Come on, Kate. Let's collaborate, you and me. Let's figure out a way to get me out of here. My useless partner, Jessie, can't figure out that she can pry open this simulator and just snap me out of it, just pour some cold water on me or whatever. She hasn't figured out that she can just take off the VR headset. So, like, let's figure out a way out of here that doesn't destroy your home. This is like turning into a sad ending in a totally different way than I initially anticipated. I thought it was sad in the destruction of the planet kind of way, but it might also be that, but it's mostly just sad in a destroying Kate's home kind of way.
Mirren is refusing to listen to reason. She's forgetting that she's not the only one who put time and effort into this project. And it's not wholly a failure. We learned an infinite amount here. Harai even built a simulation of the world outside just to keep track of the climate. But it's not enough. Mirren needs a solution. Some things just aren't meant to be solved. Not like this.
Hold on. Run that back.
Mirren is refusing to listen to reason. She's forgetting that she's not the only one who put time and effort into this project. And it's not wholly a failure. We learned an infinite amount here. Harai even built a simulation of the world outside just to keep track of the...
She did what?
But it's not enough. Mirren needs a solution. Some things just aren't meant to be solved. Not like this.
She built the simulation of the world outside. Could that be the red world that we know outside of this simulation? Is that also part of the simulation, as I presumed? Could be. Could be. I'm on to you, Kate. What do you know? Whoa, what are you not telling me? I'll do it. I'll do it. I won't do it. I'm sorry, Kate. I like you too much. Oh, I see. I see. This is a simple puzzle, but you know, it's a good one. Oh, I say it's a simple puzzle, but I'm quite confused as to why we have a photocopier. Okay, I'll grab that in a second. The solution to this puzzle is pretty simple. You know, you would think, oh, take this photo, and then you've got 2 batteries, but then you destroy the pad. So you remove it, you place it over here, you take a photo. Ah. But then it does destroy the original. I had not considered that. But so that's why we need a photocopier, because we already have a photo of the battery. Now we have 2 photos of batteries. Okay. Why so many photocopies? I don't know. But here we are. Just cover up that deterioration. I'm sure it's fine. Any nice dialogue, Kate? No? Okay. Then I'll check out this painting. And I have tons of photos and photocopies remaining. Fuck it, whatever. Photocopy this. While we're at it.
It's pretty here. And the sound of the wind is nice.
Hey.
Is this what your world once was? Is this what you're trying to get back to?
If I'm being honest with you, didn't really look like this. Also, this is strange because this is the only time in the entire game, I think, that Kate has adopted the visual style of the medium. Typically, I take a photo or something and Kate is not in that style. But in this case, with the photocopy, Kate is. How about over here? Yeah. Kate is adopting the visual styles now. That is very curious to me. Yeah, it did kind of look like this, Kate. In some parts of the world. This is giving off a Netherlands kind of vibe, or at least that part of the world. Belgium, maybe. Getting out of here. Okay, we have 1 photo. Sit. 1 photo, 1 violet battery on a violet platform, some stone material over there. We need 1 battery, which is over there. We have a teleporter over here. I will need to project myself over here. But I only have 1 photo to get over there, get that battery, get over here, and push myself on that side. That's a lot to do in 1 fell swoop. And there's a log on that side. Is there also a roll of film? Okay, we have a stone wall here. This is an interesting puzzle. It is a bit tricky. Is there anything else on that side? I don't think so. So, like, initial gut reaction, I could take this photo. It deletes that bridge. I could project it here. Then I can grab the battery, bring it over, and activate this. But then what? Oh, no. Okay. If I take a photo of this, it will delete the wall, but then I can place it here as a bridge. I can grab the battery, drop it off there, and access the teleporter. Okay. That feels right to me. Okay. Perfect. Just like they intended. Good thing I've got some grippy shoes. Oh, yeah, the log.
A part of me feels shame. That must be the reason I'm like this. But Aron has left. Haraya is gone. Hallowang, he's desperate, but he's right. I can't. Oh, this isn't the way. Maybe there's no perfect machine to solve this. No final formula to rule the climate. Maybe I've been wrong to assume I had that power at all. I should. Kate, can you file away these logs? If I were ever to return, I'd like to listen to them again.
If I'm being honest with you, I'm still extraordinarily confused about the Siluang thing. I'm still omega confused about it. Alright, teleport.
There is one. A failsafe. And just as your friend said, using it will destroy this place.
Oh, that's messed up.
This feels like another impossible question.
But maybe this impossible question, I can use my brain to find an answer. And maybe if I find that answer, it will help me understand the climate problem also, somehow. Maybe. Oh, it looks like we're in the stretched UV area. Because I'm seeing some wacky stretching going on. Or maybe not. Let's see. We have a handheld portable camera that will destroy things. We have this camera that will not. This is on a timer. We have 5 shots. We have 3 shots. We are imprisoned in this cage. For good reason. Kate decided we were too dangerous to roam freely about. We're not only in the cage of this simulation, we're in an actual cage. Over there we require 2 batteries. Yeah, I want to figure this out before I leave because it will be harder to get back in here. We have a teleporter. We need 2 batteries to power it. There's 1 battery there. It is at a slight distance. I don't think I see any logs anywhere, but there might be a journal or a page or something over there. I wish I could zoom in. Telescope my eyes. Okay, so I need a photo of myself to project out here. And then I think I have a variety of options available to me as to how I want to get over to there, but I think I will take 3 photos of myself. 1 to get out of here, 1 to get up there, and 1 to get back. Although, honestly, I could probably just jump back. That looks pretty jumpable. And then, oh, okay. But I need 2 batteries. And I have 3 photos, but I will need to use this. Oh, okay. So, 1 to get out. I might have to use 1 photo from this camera to get up. Oh, okay, I've got 5 here. I need 1 to get out. 1 from either this camera or this camera to get up. 1 of either. I need to bring that battery over here to be within this frame. I will need 1 photo to project myself back into here. So that's 1 out, 1 in. It's 2 for sure, maybe a 3rd to get up. And then I will have to take a photo of myself and the battery. So that's 3. To project myself out, and then there will be 2 batteries, and we'll be good. Okay. So I basically need to save at least 1 from this. But I might be able to get away with not using any from my own handheld camera. Okay, great. Which I would like to resist using my own destructive camera just so I don't tear the place apart any more than is needed. Oh, and I guess I could even project it out this way because there will be platform underneath me. Yeah, that's totally fine. And there's nothing out here that I'm destroying. Okay. Any logs or notes or anything like that? Not seeing any. Cool. We do have Aaron's notebook and some of his sketches, his studies. And yeah, I guess he left. I don't know if that is something that I knew before, that he also left after Haraya left. I don't think so. Kate! So cute! Battery? Yeah, I can just jump this. It's not that big of a deal. Right there, don't mind if I do. It seems right-ish. Yeah. Smack dab dead center. Alright. Just make sure I don't accidentally overwrite the battery. Nice. And I didn't use any from my own camera, although I like that I have the option because that means there's a variety of solutions. Okay, still 3 photos from the Polaroid. Whoa. All right, we have a scale, a pressure plate. I guess not a scale, a pressure plate. So we have a pressure plate here. We have a battery, a pretty long filament, long enough that I can't just run over, and a teleporter that needs to be powered by the pressure plate. Over here, we have a stationary photograph. I have my own camera. Okay. That is quite a distance to travel in order to get myself in. I don't think that'll work. I think even if I'm doing some Mirror's Edge parkour speedrunning type stuff, oh, maybe, but I don't know. That seems like a big ask. Can I activate it? How far off to the side can I activate this? Okay. I'll try it. Oh! Not quite. I think it is fine-tuned to not allow me in the photo. So we have an empty photo where I can cut away stuff if I really needed to. I suspect what'll happen is I will need to take a photo of this bridge, project it across here, so that way I can start the photo, run directly over, and then get as far away from it as possible so that way I can stand here, activate this battery, and then project my photo out that way so that way I'm much closer to the teleporter as it ticks down. I think that's how that's going to have to be. I want to try this just one more time, just to see if I can get slightly closer. Here we go. Oh, it was worth the effort. I like that tech though, because when you jump off of this, because it's at an angle, you get almost a speed boost off of it, which is pretty cool. Sorry, Kate. All right. That's pretty good. Nice. All right. Now let's see if I can... Oh, you know what? I'm probably going to be projected backwards. Or I'm probably going to be facing backwards when I project this. So I will have to turn around rather quickly, and I should try to not cut off the filament. Oh, this might be bad, actually. Maybe I can do something like this. So I'm not cutting out the filament, but I'm also not... Because I was past this bridge, I will project myself out and drop immediately. So I can't really do this, or I'm dropping over nothing. And I'm plummeting to my doom. But this should be okay, I think. Ooh, just barely in time. But I made it out. How are we doing, Kate? We're really getting to the end of things here, I think. This is our last set, our last puzzle set, I think. You doing okay? Ten photos. Good grief. Is this a timed puzzle? Okay. Gamer mode activated.
And so, the choice is made, and it begins.
Sorry, Kate. I didn't want it to come down to this. 10 photos. I would like to save you if I can. Ah!
I'm impressed. Even now.
No, Dustin! Are we using all the tools we learned throughout the game?
What drives you? Hesitation is the enemy of innovation.
Mostly... Ooh. Okay, thank you. Mostly it is... Oh, damn. Okay. Mostly it's curiosity that drives me. I like that a lot. Oh, no. Ah, the boombox. I don't know why I'm picking this up. I don't think it really benefits me at all. What have I done? I think I can just do this. Really running low on time.
Do you think you have the power to reshape your world?
Always.
Reality isn't as forgiving as this place.
Photocopier. Battery. No! Come back here. Beep. Let's go ahead and get as many as we can. We might need a battery later.
This failsafe was to prevent us losing everything.
Kate, maybe you could have told me that the failsafe was gonna be this countdown timer. And we could have talked a little bit more before things happened. Ah! Right, uh-huh.
Will leave nothing behind. How will you find your perfect solution now?
I'm sorry, Kate. I can't really think right now. I need to go. What? Just what? What the hell? What the hell am I working with here? Oh, this? Okay. Like that, maybe? Ah! About to run out of time. I'm dead. Why do I have so many stuck reminders on screen? Hey, Kate, maybe we talk about this before I go back in there. You know? Okay. I guess not. Why is it saying I'm stuck immediately? I'm not. I'm just sad. There's a difference. Okay, yep. Now we're just gonna cruise through this because we have the beta. We have the knowledge of how this is done. Okay. I don't know if I need those extra films down there. And I also don't know what the deal is with this radio. There's not an audio emitter, so... Alright, okay. Another one for the road. Great. Speedrun strats. Okay, yeah. Ah. Like that? Aha! So that's not for a future challenge, it's for the one that we just accomplished. Interesting. What if I just take this? Is that... Am I dumb for that? I am kind of running out of photos. I mean, I probably could have used the selfie camera to take a photo myself and project myself onto the other thing, onto that side. But I got there in the end, didn't I? I only have one photo left, though, which might not be enough. A battery over there. We have some space. We only have 2 puzzles remaining. We have a battery over here. Okay. And we do need to bring the radio, or at least bringing the radio would solve this faster, right? Okay. Whoops. Here. Ah! And this. I don't even need the other one.
I think there's a way forward.
Whoa!
Even without an answer. Even without absolutes.
Okay, that was kind of weird. Oh, hold on. I feel like I cheesed that. I don't want to win like that. That feels like it was a glitch. I don't want the cheap win like that. That feels wrong to me. I ended up putting myself in a place where I yes, I progressed to the next stage, but it feels like I was like clipping through the floor, and then I ended up right in the space where the lever was. I don't want to do that. So I'll go through it again. No problem. Speedrun style. Coming through. It's interesting that this is built in such a way that they give you some shortcuts if you know how to use them. Ah. Time is ticking down. Okay, now I have one extra photo. Oh no, I cut through the radio. That's okay. I didn't need it anyway. Well, that's kind of dicey, but we're good. Right, and I've done this one plenty at this point. We're gonna stick to this strategy for now. All right. And then if we know the path, we can do this. And we can just skip that puzzle, basically. There has to be a way. Aha. If I jump, maybe this is a little bit easier to do. Or maybe that's the wrong approach. Maybe it is just, I don't know. Maybe if I take a photo of this. Yeah, let's try that. Let's try taking a photo of this. Projecting it this way. Yeah. That's a good solution. I like that. So now I'm on the other side. Oh, I should have taken another... Oh. Hold on. No, 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 no. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. Yes. So now in the next part of the level, I can just push myself to wherever I need to be. Yeah, see, I spawned... Oh, wait. No, okay. 1 minute, 2 puzzles. Okay, same as last time, same as last time. We're good. Come on, pick up. There we go. Okay. Ah, okay. Maybe I didn't cheese it as much as I thought. I just ended up in just the right spot. Okay. I at least feel like I earned it that time.
It's thanks to you. I understand. Mirren, she was desperate to find the truth on her own. But I see now, there is no singular truth, no perfect answer.
Yeah.
If anything, meeting you in this place was the closest I would ever get to knowing. Tell me, the red world that awaits you, is it loving? Is it healing?
Spent about 15 minutes in there. I don't know, man. But probably not. Oh, that's alarming. Yeah, if I'm keeping it a buck with you, Kate, I don't think it is, but I'm not totally sure. Hey, we're in the holodeck. Look at that. It's a fun sound. All right, Kate, I guess I'm going back. I don't want to leave you, little guy. But this is what the game has provided for me. So I'm going through.
I suppose our time has come to an end. Thank you for stopping by.
The purr sound.
Wish you well.
That's so sad. I guess my character is the villain in this story? I suppose in this future world we never, we don't honor the sentience of digital creatures. We've got a real measure of a man kind of issue.
Its responses dictated by an elaborate software written by a man. It's hardware built by a man. And now a man will shut it off.
With Kate. Okay, that's symbolically hopeful, I guess. Mine. Yoink. Is this a biochar? Yeah, it looks grim as hell out here if I'm being real with you. Coming through.
You're back. Oh, thank God. You made it.
Hey, Jesse.
I was worried. You went dark. Don't scare me like that. You probably need some rest. I guess it was too good to be true. A singular answer to all our problems. A bummer, for sure. But it's not the end.
So this is a simulation. They just confirmed it. I went into the simulation and literally came out with an object. That is not physically possible. I don't know if you've played a VR game, but you don't go into a VR game where you're like shooting arrows with a bow, and then you like take off the headset and you've got a bow in your hand. That's not how that works. I'm still in the simulation.
We can keep brainstorming other... Wait. What's that?
This? I did get fewer answers than I had hoped for, but, you know, sometimes with the story sometimes that is the best approach. Because then I can fill in the details with my own brain. But I did want a little bit more, I think. Okay, so I'm still in the simulation. The simulation that Haraya created to monitor the details of the world, to monitor the climate changes and stuff like that. So, in that simulation, we created another simulation of some, or maybe they're not nested one inside of the other. Maybe they're kind of parallel simulations, just jumping from one program to the other. Okay. And me as a protagonist, I am a character from Haraya's simulation who was so concerned with okay, hold on. I guess the question is, was Haraya's simulation so all-encompassing that she populated it with a bunch of people as well? Or did she just populate the world and simulate the effects of the world? And if that's true, then where do the people come from? Did people come from the other simulation? But then where is Jesse coming from? Or are the people from the actual world that have gone into the other simulation, and through that simulation they found the thing? But Jesse was confused. Well, I guess it's not clear if she was confused as to like what I brought over, or if she was confused as to the very fact that I brought something through from one simulation to the other. So it's unclear as to whether Jessie knows that she is a simulated character. I still think I am Aliang, which is like a parallel version of Ciliang. Ciliang was one of the original researchers. Aliang was like the Red World version. Maybe. Hey, the watermelon. Justice for Kate. Hell yes. At least the devs know that is a really sad ending for Kate. It was just devastating. And that's Viewfinder. I guess at least there was some semblance of a possible solution. Although I don't really know what the solution was. Was it part of the biochar experiments, like that big wild tree from Haraya's hub? Or was the solution the biofiltration stuff that they were working on that they felt like was promising? I would have imagined that was some sort of structure. Well, I'll have to remember back to the prototype and the design documents and stuff like that. I will say, all around, I enjoyed the game. I very much liked the game. The themes resonate a lot with me. I like the characters, even though I think the way in which information is drip fed to you is kind of enigmatic and confusing at times. Maybe just like 5 to 10% more confusing than I would like. Like just a little bit. Just a little bit. But it did give me, you know, in between each hub, it gave me plenty of things to think about and ideas to hypothesize. And I think that's cool. That worked well, for sure. And I think that the puzzles were pretty good, especially towards the last 2 hubs. I enjoyed quite a bit as far as puzzle solving goes. That last hub was pretty easy, all things considered, for most hubs. I think the time challenge was a nice difficulty. For me, that was a nice push and pull. You know, it was hard enough that I had to go through it a couple times, but not so hard that I was stuck. I did like the sort of surrealist nature of some of the later hubs, where things are deteriorating and falling apart and weird and strange. I really liked that. I do wish we spent more time outside of Kate's simulation and like 10 more minutes, 20 more minutes inside of the Red World simulation. But I can see how if they wanted it to be a reveal that Red World is a simulation, I could see how they maybe wouldn't want to put you in that space for so long that you figure it out for sure before the end. Oxygen levels, pretty normal. Wait a second. This static is reminding me a whole lot of the teleporters in here that were showing static. I'm still convinced that I'm in a simulation right now. But it feels like that side of the story is so important to motivating your actions inside of Kate's simulation that I would have liked just a little bit more of it to help kind of fuel me along. There's still not really an answer as to why Jesse is the way that Jesse is. It might just be a performance thing. It might just be Jesse's voice actor who was just like, hey, I'm just gonna do it like this. Or maybe it's like a voice direction thing from the devs. But it did strike me as a little odd at times. Sometimes it was fine. But sometimes it was just like so enthusiastic. But I enjoyed the researchers' voice acting for the most part. At times, Haraya was just like slightly hard for me to understand, but I really liked her intonation. When I mentioned earlier, she had really fun mannerisms. I enjoyed Miran's performance quite a lot. Aaron's performance was good, and Si Leung was pretty good as well. And yeah, I was really interested by all the accents. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to sit with that a little bit and think about it. That is one of the risks of telling a story that is ambiguous, which is if it's ambiguous, one of a couple of things can happen. For me, ambiguous endings typically get better over time because I have more time to think about it and more time to reflect on what I think happened and reflect on why I think that they told the story in this way. And it affords me the opportunity to pick up on details that are sprinkled throughout the game, possibly. But media that has an ambiguous ending is typically not going to get a huge reaction out of me right away. Because it's ambiguous, because I don't yet know how to fully feel about it, which makes this part of the video a little odd. But at the end of the day, I enjoyed my time with it. I liked the setting, I liked the style. I liked the characters. Some more than others, but you know, you spend more time with Kate, and so I tend to really like Kate. Such a messed up ending, though. You're just like, anyway, good knowing you, Kate. I haven't said a single word to you since I've been in here, but I'm just gonna delete you. Sucks to be you. Oh. Okay. Okay, maybe I'm a little bit dumb. So at the end, I have this big revelation that, oh yeah, the red world is a simulation. How do I know this? I know this because I brought this plant from Kate's simulation back into this one. But on the workbench in the red world, they have the Polaroid camera. It's on the banner art of the video game. This camera, which is from Kate's simulation. They've already gone into the simulation and taken artifacts out of it. Right? Like I guess they hint pretty early on that this is a simulation because it has a thing from another simulation inside of it. Huh. Okay, well that is pretty clever foreshadowing. Because it's ambiguous, you could say, oh, well maybe this is the original Polaroid camera that they modeled for the simulation. They did photogrammetry of it or something like that, took a bunch of photos, reassembled it into a 3D model, and then that 3D model is in the simulation, but this is the actual real physical Polaroid camera that they used and owned. You could reason your way to that, but I think given the context of the very end of the game, it makes more sense that that was just pulled directly from the simulation. Well, anyway, I'm gonna sit here and think about this for a little bit. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate you. Thank you for your time. I don't know, maybe I start a new puzzle game at some point soon. I enjoyed this. I like puzzles. I was thinking about doing like I was thinking about doing like blueprints or something like that. I also need to play at some point. I need to play Tunic, and I think that's a little bit puzzly. Maybe I don't know much about it other than you play as like a little fox guy or something. And I think is it isometric? I'm not sure, but people feel some type of way about that game. And then Blueprints, I don't know anything about other than it's puzzly. I think there's like a big house. Maybe. I don't know. Check out some other videos. They're good. Bye. See you later.